Okay, hi, welcome to my channel, Taka Katero. Today is October 21st, Tuesday, 2025. So, this is my second video of the day. I was not going to do another one for the day, but for some reason, I feel like I want to, so I'm gonna. So, yeah, this is my second video of the day. I already have one up, but I'm gonna try and make this one quick. Okay, so two things I seen that were odd today. And if this is odd to me, then you know it's odd, okay? So the first thing I seen was, as I was driving to someplace, because I was like running errands and all that, blah, blah, blah. And so I see like the weirdest thing. I already posted about it on my community board, but I want to tell you like more in depth or whatever. Anyways, I was driving, and the area that I was driving around is kind of like near a military air base, so to speak. It's like in the vicinity, okay? So I guess this is not really odd to see, but it was odd to see on the ground, I guess, because usually I see like these, like the fat, clunky military airplanes, you know, like the flat, clunky ones, right? The big backs of the airplanes. Anyways, so I usually see them every now and then, but the first two trucks, I seen one truck and it said oversized load. And then there was another one and that said oversized load. And they had both of their flashing lights, right? And so then behind that, I seen something like really big and clunky. And it didn't register at first what I saw it as. Like, I just thought it was like, I don't know, like a weird balloon kind of thing. But when I looked at it, when I realized what it was like a crashed military plane. And it was like the coolest thing ever. Not that it crashed, but like just seeing one up close, because I usually see them in the sky all the time. But this one, it was like being carried because it had crashed. I don't know what happened to it. I'm not really getting into that because I don't really care. But it's like the nose of it. You know how like all airplanes have noses? It was like the nose of it was like it must have like ran into a wall or something, because that was like broken and jammed and like, I don't know, it was like hanging off or something. I don't know. But it was cool to see, right? But it was interesting because I've never seen a crashed military airplane in person. Okay, so that's one. The second thing is, as I was coming back from running my errands, there was something in the road, right? And it wasn't there before, obviously, because I came from that road, okay? And it was like about maybe this big from what I can see. It was like about this big. And it was a tiger stuffed animal, like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. It was a tiger stuffed animal. And the first things I could think of was a tiger doesn't change his stripes. So I feel like there's someone that's always been around you, that they've always shown you who they were. They've always shown you their true colors. You just either didn't want to believe it or didn't want to see it. But it's like their character, they're just always going to be that kind of person. So whoever this person is, whoever these people are, I don't know what's going on, but whoever these people are, there's something that's crashing and falling down around them. So that's that. Very interesting. I also had a dream last night. Well, I had tons of them. But one of the things I remember, someone had commented on my channel. But it was someone that I knew. But someone I haven't spoken to in a very long time. But this could be someone that is watching your life, or trying to peek into your life or into the background of your life, right? Because usually when if you are on social media or if you're on TV or whatever the case it is, you can only see like the corners, like anything past that you can't really see. You can only see what's in the screen, right? So there could be somebody that's watching you or looking behind the pictures that you post, like looking in the background, trying to see what you got, blah, 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 right? So they posted 2 comments. In the dream, they posted 2 comments on my channel. The first comment was, wow, there's a lot less there than I thought there was, right? Meaning my background, like maybe less furniture, less whatever. There's a lot less things than they thought there was. Okay, so that's telling me that there's someone that's trying to see what you have. This is like I'm getting Pizamiza. And my card, the deck that I made, one of the cards, sorry, I'm talking fast because 444. I get like really excited about these things. So I have to get all these thoughts out while I have them. Otherwise, I'm not going to care. So the one of the things that's telling me is that this person, so the card that I saw was Pizamiza, and that's in the deck that I made. And basically, a Pizamiza, I named that after something, actually. Well, I took the name from something, but I'm not getting into that. That would be, no. So, Pisa is, it's like in the South, it's like it's mostly popular in the South. It could be anywhere, though. It's like one of those really, really long wraparound porches that people, like, kind of sit outside and just, like, on their rocking chairs and just watch the neighbors or the busy bouts of the days going on, blah, 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 right? So, like the nosy old neighbors kind of energy, right? And then Miza, obviously, is someone who wants to keep things to themselves, and they want to see what you got, and then they want to hoard things to themselves. It's like Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge kind of energy. So, this person that is watching your background, trying to see, it's kind of like, it's so funny because I just pictured someone watching you or your pictures, and they're kind of like saying, move so I can see. But obviously, they're only watching the four corners, or they can only see what's in that picture, right? And they're getting mad, they're getting irritated because they can't see. So because they can't see, there's something that they want to utilize, okay? But anyway, so enough of that. So that was the first comment. Wow, you have a lot less than I thought you did. That was the first comment. So that's telling me they want to know the things that you have. The second comment was about their birthday party. And it was like, it was weird how they worded it, because they said, well, I thought you would ask me to host my party at your place by now. And they told me the theme. They said the theme was going to be underworld. I don't know, like vampires or spooky. Because underworld we're in the spooky season, right? So, like vampires, ghouls, goblins, things like that. But they wanted the theme to be underworld for their party. But the thing is, they wanted me. This is what the comment was, a second comment of theirs, right? They wanted me to ask them if I can host their birthday party at my domicile, my home, my environment, whatever, right? And I feel like they wanted me to, like, see it as, like, they're doing me a favor by hosting their party in my place, so that way it's kind of like they wanted to make it seem like they were doing me a favor, like gaining traction, gaining popularity, gaining momentum, by them allowing me to host their birthday party at my home. It would be a good collaboration or a good business deal, or it would be like, it's kind of like, well, if you host the celebrity's party at your restaurant, it will give your restaurant a name, or like it'll bring your restaurant more customers and things like that, right? But it was weird though, because it was like, my first reaction when I read that comment in my dream was, why would I host your birthday party in my home? That's not a favor. Why would I? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would I do that? And on top of that, I don't even like the theme. Underworld, that's tacky. I just couldn't figure that out. And on top of that, the comment before that was literally saying, wow, you have a lot less than I thought you did. So which was weird, because not only are you judging the things that I have, but you want to utilize my environment, but you want to make it seem like it's like you're doing me a favor. Right. Now, it'd be different if it was like a restaurant or like a venue, but it was weird. Like, you're using someone's home. You want to make it... I feel like somebody wants to use something that you have because it's like you're the only one that has it. But they want to flip it and switch it like, trust me, I'm doing you a favor. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you having your birthday party at my home be a favor to me? I'm going to be left with the cooking, the cleaning, the setup, then you have strangers knowing where you live and this and that. No. None of that. So I feel like not only is someone like trying to see what you have by the things that you post, whatever, but they also want to make it seem like they're doing you a favor by you allowing them into your home, into your energy, into your environment. And that's crazy, because a tiger doesn't change the stripes. So this is someone who the kind of character they are. It's pointless. I don't know what the point is on their end, but for you, collective, it's pointless. You know what kind of person this is. You know the kind of people they are. It doesn't make any sense. 939. It just doesn't. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, it got stuck again. So yeah, and also, there's something that's like some sort of tower or some sort of plane. It's crazy because I've been seeing lots of planes in the air. right? For weeks. SC-959, but this was the only one that I've seen up close that had crashed. And it was just like, that's crazy, right? So I feel like as things are taking off for you, there are planes that are landing for them. And they're not landing nice and, okay, everybody can clap now because we landed safely. No, it's like they're going down. Like, it's like a nosedive. That's what it is. That's what oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Because I said that the nose crashed into something. So whoever was flying the plane must have taken like a nosedive and not landed well for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't really care. But that's what it is. Instead of like, you know how usually planes land like just very, you know, like a safe, secure landing. I don't know. These people are like crash landing. And now they're like, it benefit you to take care of me. And it's like, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. Alright, I'm going to get like 6 tarot cards. And I think actually that might be the reading. That might be the reading. Hold on. Queen of Cups upright, Fahalaya, Fahalaya. God the Redeemer, redemption, serves against enemies of religion, governs chastity. So you could be the Queen of Cups. I feel like there's something about your image or the things that you have. There's something that's being redeemed. Someone tried to cash something in your name. I feel like this is the 3rd time I'm hearing something about a code. Typing in a code or something. And then like I was walking, I overheard a conversation in the background, and one guy was telling another guy, I guess he was talking about his wife or something, and the guy was saying how the wife signed something in his name. Something like that. So someone could have signed something in your name and then try to cash it. So they could have tried to sign a check in your name or sign something that was meant for you, delivered to you, supposed to be for you, but they try to sign it, forge your signature, and then try to like receive something about earnings, receivings. They try to take it. So that's something that's being redeemed. So by them doing that, whatever they tried to build by doing that, whatever they tried to do by doing that, it's crashing down. Right? And these are people that are always going to be this kind of way. Very thieving, conniving, malicious individuals. They're always going to be this way. And that's just the way it is. And things will never be the same. So these are people that they're just not going to change. So you being the Queen of Cups, you could be a King of Cups as well, but it came out as a Queen of Cups. Alright? There's something that's going to be redeemed for you. Something about your honor, your innocence. Okay? I like that. I feel like you had a bunch of enemies that really thought that they can like change or take something that belonged to you, that was supposed to be yours, and then build off of that. And then like no one would be none the wiser as to how they got what they got or what came from where. Right? I think that was the point. I think that's what they really wanted, for no one to be asking questions of how they got what they got or what came from where. But those questions started getting asked like about a year and a half ago maybe. And that's why this is where we are, right? Six of Cups reversed. This is somebody from your past that you don't have good memories of. But this person, they're trying to make it seem like they have some sort of value within your life now. Alright? But you know, a tiger doesn't change its stripes. You know this individual, they're not good, they're rotten. I just seen 1441. They're not good, they're rotten. They're not... Why would you allow them into your life? What are they going to contribute? For what? So no, they cannot re-enter. They cannot Six of Cups reverse. Celia, God who stirs all men. Motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. So these could have been people that bullied you, humiliated you, kicked you while you were down, or this was the intention. See what you got, to see if you got what they were hoping that they were going to get. I think that's one of the reasons why they're watching, trying to see like past like the four corners of your screen, or like behind the pictures or whatever, trying to zoom in, because they want to see if you got what they were. Well, we didn't get it. Does that mean the collective got it? Something like that. So these people are not allowed in your energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, that's 6. I did say I wanted like 6, right? So these are people that are in your past, or this person that's in your past. They're not allowed to be in your energy because they're not going to change, and they are their own downfall. The plane that they were trying to fly by dragging your name into the mud ended up taking a nosedive. We have the 6 of Wands upright, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Wands upright, and the 4 of Wands reverse. Wow, these people thought they were going to win. These people thought that they had to win by any means necessary. There was a group of people that were doing this. These people could have been in your family. These are people that are burdened right now. They're suffering. These people that worked together. It could be about 3 to 4 people that worked together to build some sort of collaboration to win something, right? Now, I also feel like the head of this group is this Queen of Cups. So either you're a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or there is a distorted feminine, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio feminine, that was the head of this, that came up with the plan of winning something, right? Banded up together with a bunch of thieving nobodies, only for it to just end up with them suffering and their foundations and their stability to come crumbling down, taking a nosedive, crashing down, all right? It didn't work. And now these people, I'm also getting to with the 6 of Cups reversed, they're stuck in the past. And all they can do in the past is watch you from afar. Either pictures, videos, ask about you, like, oh, have you heard of, oh, did you know, oh, right, things like that. And that's never really truly going to satisfy them. I mean, I don't know. Oh, I didn't even read the cards. Why did I layer it out like that? Oh, no, that's right. So the 6 of Wands, God who took evil. Longevity protects against infirmities. Yeah, I feel like this person, whoever this Queen of Cups is, this distorted Queen of Cups feminine is, she has an issue with being forgotten, being left behind. This could be somebody who seeks out the spotlight, wants to be the attention, wants to be seen, wants to be heard, wants to be known, wants that sense of popularity, that sense of recognition, that sense of look at me, everybody look at me. I feel like they want that. It's kind of like, because I also feel like this person was like, I'm doing you a favor by, throwing my party, my amazing party, all my friends and, celebrities and famous popular people, I'm doing you a favor. It's that kind of energy. Like, they want to be seen as like the humble the humble influencer, like the humble celebrity, right? But like, you're kind of a piece of shit. Do you know that? 3 of Pentacles reverse. ILL, God hearing lamentations, mental force, protects against sorrows and illness. I don't know what this person thought, but I think this person thought that they were going to group together and get a bunch of people to like ruin your reputation, make it seem like you were sick, make it seem like you were ill. This could be financially ill, mentally ill, emotionally ill, physically ill, more than, like, there's different kinds of sicknesses, okay? So I feel like this person grouped up together. They didn't do this by themselves, and I feel like they didn't do this by themselves because they're not strong enough to pull something off like this by themselves. And the crazy thing is it didn't get pulled off at all. So not only were they not strong enough to do this on their own, but even when they were collaborating with a group of people, they still couldn't pull it off. That tells you how strong they are, which is not very strong. Okay? So this individual, a weak individual, went against you, right? It's kind of like this person, they're weak by themselves, and they got a bunch of other weak individuals, and thinking that they're strength in numbers, which in most cases it works, but in this case it's like you're all like weaklings, and you're going against like a freaking behemoth of a spiritual being. Like, it's not. Oh my god. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Wands and Neil. God humiliating the proud. I feel like this card came out earlier. So these people are feeling humiliated, right? And they're suffering. They're feeling humiliated because they're feeling suffering. They're being seen as suffering. They don't want to be seen as suffering, right? Keep in mind, these are people that live off of image, right? They want to be seen as the popular celebrities. But if they're not that, if they're seen as broke, busted, and disgusted, that's really going to mess with them. That's messing with their ego. That's embarrassing them. They feel embarrassed by their own struggles. There's nothing you can do about people like that. Because they're never going to really accept where they are, right? Because they can't really accept it. They're always going to be in denial, and then it's going to be this, and then it just trickles down, right? It's like it trickles down. So they're never going to... You'll never hear them outright say, yes, I am suffering, like I'm going through it and I need help. They'll never say that. They're very proud people, okay? Now, pride is good to have, but in this situation, not only are you suffering, you don't want to admit it, but you want to make it seem like you're doing me a favor, and on top of that, you're judging the things that I do or do not have. I think you're a little skewed in the mind, okay? The last one is the Four of Wands, which came out in reverse. Messiah, God the Savior. Rectification helps one live in peace with everyone. So they're not in peace, they're not happy, they're going through it, and it has to do with their home. They could not be feeling comfortable where they are at. All right, whether this is a job, a home, an environment, something about their stability. I also feel like they're always unsure of what's going to happen to them the next day. Like they're not feeling secure about what's going to happen to them tomorrow. All right, and that right there can be very triggering to these individuals or this individual. It's very triggering to them because they're not. What it seems right now, from what I'm looking at, it doesn't seem like they have the mental fortitude to get past this, the spiritual strength to fight, the emotional intelligence, right, to understand this. It doesn't seem like it. I'm getting a headache. And because of this, it's like they're always going to be stuck in some energy that's just... You can see that. Oh my gosh, 22. I just like lost my breath. This energy, it's not for you to be around. It's not for you to be around. All right? Because again, I feel like with the Six of Cups reversed, they're just not going to change. They're always going to be in this energy. They want to be a winner at life. They want to be seen as like, they want the congratulations, they want the applause, they want the cheers. But you're a shit person. This is the reading. Bye.